Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica Gibson and I am here today to go over a few books that I have decided to unhaul for various reasons. I don't see them as a necessary addition to my collection of books, you know, and it's always good to get rid of things when you really don't need them. First up is A Weekend with Mr. Darcy by Victoria Connolly. So this is a really sweet read. I would consider it more of a beach read. It's kind of sweet and perky and not very serious at all, which is exactly what I was looking for when I first picked it up. It follows the story of three main characters. Two of them actually fall in love with one another, and that was a pretty good story because the guy is really charming and I really liked him. I think he was my favorite character. Now the woman, she's strong and beautiful. I think of her as like more of a voluptuous Audrey Hepburn. She's a professor and she like specializes in Jane Austen literature, so she is called to the conference to give a speech, and this is a perfect opportunity for her because she is looking to get away from her present situation. There she meets the man, and the man swoops her away and they just fall in love, and it's quite a whirlwind of a romance. That's a good story. Now the other story, I found it a little less believable. Not that any of the stories are really believable. She's basically just used to the man that she's with, and she's been with him ever since she was young. And so now they are growing up and they have slowly grown apart, but it's really hard to let go of one another. But at the conference, she finds love, true love, and that's that. I really liked how much Victoria included trivia from Jane Austen's novels. So I liked this book. I just don't foresee myself reading it again. And that is the first one. The next one is The Actual by Saul Bellow. This book I picked up way back in the day, and it's been on my TBR since then, and way back in the day is high school. I think I picked it up because at the time somebody told me, a professor or someone told me that this was one of the best love stories ever. The book itself is an unconventional love story. It actually reads really slowly, which is probably why I didn't really enjoy it. I was confused most of the time as to what the character was thinking as he was doing things, and just it kind of left me wanting more. And that's why I don't really think that this is a book meant for me. Somebody else might enjoy it much more than I do. Next up, Man of Honor, the autobiography of Joseph Bonanno. In hindsight, I think I should have picked up a biography instead of an autobiography because this is a bunch of fluff about his life. Now, if you don't know who Joseph Bonanno is, he is one of the 5 mafia fathers. He became a father of his family at age 26. I knew this going in from a documentary that Ryan and I watched. It was a really good documentary, and in it, this book was featured for having provided authorities with one of the most vital pieces of information, and that is the makeup of the family. Because this was seen as a tool for actually bringing down the mafia, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to read it. I loved the first half more than the second half, because most of the book, Joseph is trying to portray himself as this innocent man who just wants to live his life, running around free when he wrote this book. So of course he's not going to give himself away as being a criminal. Fun fact, this is the book that inspired The Godfather, which is kind of cool, I guess. But The Godfather is definitely much more interesting than this book. So if you're thinking that you're going to get a lot of excitement out of this book, you're not. You're just going to get a lot of fluff. I'm sure somebody else will find it really interesting, but it's definitely not for me. The next book I recently reviewed in my blog, and I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And I did enjoy it very much, if only for its characters. I loved Ben. Ben is my boy. I could totally see myself hanging out with him. So if you haven't figured out what I'm talking about Paper Towns. I'm still undecided, but more than likely I'm probably going to give it away because I don't see myself reading it again. But don't judge me if I don't. I really disliked Margot, and I go into it in my blog post for leaving her family. I think that part of the story really resonated with me because I too did something similar when I was her age, and it really caused a lot of heartache. And reading about it, I just brought back all those memories, and I didn't care for that. I think it's more of a personal thing than the story itself, and maybe that's why I should hang on to it. I don't know. You tell me, should I or should I not? Okay, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed my review, or my unhauling video review. So until next time, have a great day, and I will see you very soon. Bye!